Back in the day of Henry Ford and the Model T, there were many physically exhausted workers, but there weren't many exhausted heroes. The individual contributors worked hard and had little machinery to lift heavy engines or move large objects. These individual contributors were physically exhausted. But the role of the exhausted hero didn't exist because everyone had very distinct responsibilities. The individual contributor turned the wrench, the manager supervised, and the leader created the blueprint for success. The roles and responsibilities of the early 1900s were clear, with very defined behaviors to ensure the manufacturing line operated effectively. If there were defined behaviors in the early 1900s, they would have been described this way. Individual contributor-focused behaviors drives results. Individual contributors deliver tasks to complete a project or process. They are responsible for completing these tasks or group of tasks in a timely and effective process. Has technical functional expertise. Individual contributors gain proficiency and sometimes mastery of their role through technical capabilities or mastering a procedure. Learns and teaches others. Coupled with technical and functional expertise, it is important for an individual contributor to be a learner and, as they achieve expertise, a teacher of others. Manager-focused behaviors. Manages team. Through recognition, feedback, advice, and managing accountabilities, the manager ensures their team of individual contributors is on track to achieve their team goals. Manages resources. Through managing budget, headcount, assignments, timelines, and cross-functional support, managers ensure their team of individual contributors has the resources needed to achieve the team goals. Manages projects. Managers step above the tasks and oversee the group of tasks or projects. By managing the projects to drive accountability, managers ensure the team is set up for success. Leader-focused behaviors. Creates a vision. A leader needs to be the guide. They must establish the purpose, build the goals, and create a vision for the future. An effective leader creates clarity, inspiration, and success with this vision. Influences change. It is important that leaders keep the business changing, evolving, and elevating. An influential leader can lead an organization down a path to the vision. Influencing could be inspiring, persuading, or gaining partnership to enable the capabilities for success. Coaches others. A manager often leads from the back. Go do this. Why didn't you do this? A coach leads from the front. Come this way. How can I help you? What do you need? A coach develops their team with new skills and provides opportunities through stretch assignments. These 3 roles and 9 behaviors are still relevant to today's workforce, but we're beginning to see these roles start to overlap and integrate, creating the new 7 levels of work. In today's business world, there are efficiencies and cost savings associated with blending the 3 roles of the Henry Ford era. At times, we need a manager to step in and turn a wrench like an individual contributor. It could be deemed more efficient for the leader to also manage the team and run shifts effectively. To illustrate the 7 new levels of work and how the 3 traditional roles of the individual contributor, manager, and leader have now overlapped and integrated, we have created the Exhausted Hero Model. The traditional circles of influence around the individual contributor, manager, and leader remain, but the model now overlays 7 new roles that exist in corporate America today. The first role is Taskmaster. The Taskmaster is an individual contributor hired to get stuff done. Their scope is relatively small. They're focused mostly on short-term task lists, and there's often a lot of repetition in their work. A taskmaster often grows into a rock star. The rock star is the integration of individual contributor and leader roles. The rock star continues to get stuff done, but also starts working on larger projects, teaching others, and identifying and implementing more efficient and effective processes. In some organizations, this is a promotion. In others, it isn't. But no matter how it's recognized, it's not rewarded with being given a team, yet. But the rockstar's leadership and focus on the future is beginning to show. Next, the rockstar is promoted to a manager position. This is sometimes the clipboard manager. The clipboard manager has gained a team, more resources, and a broader scope. This person is paid to keep focused on today, the short term. Their focus is on managing the spinning plates. They're not tasked with adding more plates, but with keeping those already spinning in motion. Clipboard managers also drop all individual contributor responsibilities through delegation. The working manager is the integration between individual contributor and manager. The working manager manages a team but also gains or retains additional individual contributor duties. Sometimes a working manager is a former clipboard manager who has gained the efficiencies and effectiveness of managing their team, so they can now take on additional individual contributor responsibilities. Other working managers may manage a small team while having the ability to maintain individual contributor roles in meeting the needs of the business. The center is the exhausted hero. This role includes maintaining responsibility for individual contributors' work and managing the team, while adding the requirement of looking forward by building a vision, leading change, and influencing the future of the department or team. In other words, it combines the roles of the individual contributor, manager, and leader. This role is overwhelming, and that often shows in both results and team health. Strategic manager. These leaders represent the integration between manager and leader roles. They focus on managing their teams and planning for the future while delegating all individual contributor work. This allows the strategic manager to lead by effectively setting the vision, influencing the future, and coaching the team to deliver results. Visionary. This leader is 100% focused on the future and delegates the day-to-day management of the vision to managers and their teams to drive. They also lead change, influence others, and coach their management team to make the vision come to life. The exhausted hero is in the center where all three circles are integrated. Those familiar with Venn diagrams know that this typically signifies the optimal situation. In this case, it signifies the least optimal role because this role is responsible for all 9 of the core behaviors. It is responsible for the individual contributor-focused behaviors, the manager-focused behaviors, and the leadership-focused behaviors. It's no wonder that this role is so exhausted trying to balance all of these focused behaviors. An exhausted hero frequently relies heavily on their individual contributor-focused behaviors, as these are the behaviors that got them promoted to their role. This often leaves the leader-focused behaviors to be in my spare time behaviors, which means they rarely get displayed at full strength. The secret to elevating the exhausted hero to a 6, which is strategic manager, is to delegate the individual contributor-focused behaviors to the strategic manager's direct reports. This allows the strategic manager to focus on the 6 manager and leader-focused behaviors. Now that you're familiar with the exhausted hero model, let's take the next steps to build a leadership game plan to assist in rescuing the corporate exhausted hero.